looking at the post. I can't believe how bright my phone is.
Once again, we bring you the romance of Healing and Trift, who sets out to prove that just because a woman is 35 or more, romance in life need not be over.
God, I hope not.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan. What's the matter? We're about to set up with Danny already. On the contrary, Miss Hannigan, this has to be signed and sent back to the orphans no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow.
What for?
Well, Mr. Robots is still taken with Annie, and he wants to adopt her.
Annie? The daughter of a millionaire?
The daughter of a billionaire. Excuse me for one moment, please.
Got any more wonderful news?
Merry Christmas, Miss Hannigan.
Oops. Pardon me, Blondie. Hiya, sis. Long time no see.
Rooster, they finally let you out of prison? What were you in for this time?
Some old geezer said I swindled him out of $1,100.
What do you say that for? Because the rooster swindled a amount of $1,100.
Sis, I'd like you to be a friend of mine from...
Jersey City. Rooster, do me a favor. Get out of here.
So who was the blonde I bumped into when I came in? Well, she had a couple of dollars.
She works for Oliver Warbucks. The Oliver Warbucks? Annie, one of the orphans from here, is getting adopted by him. Ugh, perfect orphan.
Yeah, living in the lap of luxury while the two headed kids end up on the skids. It ain't fair how we scrounge for $4. Watch she gets $4.
The little brat. It ain't fair, this here life is driving me nuts. While we get peanuts, she's living fat. Maybe she holds the key, that little lady, to get him more bucks.
Instead of less, maybe we fix the game with something shady.
Yes, Mr. President. No, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying you have to do something. All right, we'll continue this conversation on Friday. Say, why don't you and Mrs. Roosevelt come over for breakfast Christmas Eve? You will. Wonderful. See you then, Mr. President. Grace, find out what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
The package from Tiffany's?
Arrived this morning.
Fine. I'm going to give it to her and tell her I want to adopt her.
She's going to be the happiest little girl in the world.
Get her down here.
Yes, sir.
Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
You're sending me back to the orphanage,
Of
right?
course not. Look, Annie, I was born into a very poor family, and both my parents died when I was 10. So, I made a promise to myself that someday I was going to be rich, very rich.
That was a good idea.
But you see, Annie, I shortly realized something. No matter how much money you have, if you have no one to spend it with, if you're alone, you might as well be broke. I went to Tiffany's the other day and got this for you.
For me? Gee, thanks, Mr. Warbucks. Oh, gee.
It's a silver locket, Annie. I noticed that old, very used one you always wear. And I said to myself, I'm going to get this kid a nice new locket. Here, we'll just take this one off him.
No, I don't want a new one.
Annie, what is it?
This locket. My mom and dad left it when they left me at the orphanage. And a note too. They're coming back for me. I know I'm real lucky being here with you for Christmas, but the one thing I want in the whole world is to find my mother and father and be like other kids with folks of my own.
It's okay, Annie. Mr. Roberts will find your mother and father. It is to put everyone in the organization on the job. It is what every political string there is to pull.
Up to and including the White House. Annie, give me your locket.
But Mr. Warbucks,
I know, but it could be our very best clue. I'll have the FBI trace it and find out who brought it.
and maybe they should have my name too.
Just you watch, Annie. You may be meeting your mother and father in a few short days.
Really?
Really?
Oh, I gotta write a letter to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur, finding them, losing her. Oh, you won't be an orphan for long.
And pretty soon, everyone will know I'm looking for her goals, because I'll be on the radio to tell them. So make sure you're listening, okay? So meet me now this time, and maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me So maybe now this prayer's the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby?
Bertilli. It's good to be here.
So, Oliver Warbucks, I understand you have something to tell us about little Amy here.
Yes, I'm conducting a coast-to-coast search in order to find Annie's parents. Furthermore, I'm offering a certified check of $50,000 to anyone who can prove that they're Annie's parents.
So, Annie's parents, if you're listening in, contact to Oliver Warbucks, his care of the station.
Thank you, Bertilli.
Well, folks, I can tell by all the flock on the wall that another one of our Thursday night get-togethers have gone by faster than you can say Occident. Yes, this is Mrs. Healy's boy, Bert, saying, see you next week, same time, same station. Good night.
Annie on the radio, coast to coast? She's famous. I wish I was on the radio. Me too. Who wants to be on the Donald radio? I do. So, for all your smiles, sweetie, this is Bert Healy saying, hey, Holman, hey, Templeton, you both got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be bow-bromely, they stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Who cares what they're wearing on Main Street or Savile Row? It's what you wear from ear to ear and not from head to toe that matters. So janitor, so long for a while. Remember, you're never fully dressed. Though you may wear your best, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Smile, 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 Target, smile.
What are you still doing up?
Annie was on the radio.
Yeah, I heard it. Next thing, she'll be in the movies. Now get to bed. $50,000 reward. 50,000. What I couldn't do with $50,000.
Excuse us, ma'am. Are you the lady that runs your orphanage?
Yeah, what do you want?
Ma'am, was he working here 11 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, we had terrible troubles back then, and I had to take the baby here.
Our little girl, our Annie. You're Annie's parents? I don't believe it. Where'd you say you come from?
A little farm up in Canada where they got lots of chickens, geese, ducks, and roosters. Gotcha, sis!
Rooster, I never would have known it was you in 100 years.
Poor Daddy, and we were full of bus too.
Got ourselves 50,000 big ones.
We need your help, sis. For details about Annie, I can help before this day off.
What's in it for me?
3-way split.
Half. Half? Half.
Okay, 25 grand each. But we gotta do it fast. Get the money, get the kid, and get out of town.
The kid's the problem. What will we do with her afterwards?
No problem. When I want something that disappears, it disappears. For good. We get the 25 grand each, we blow this from in town, and me and Lil will meet ya.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Easy street. Easy street.
sorry, Annie. I've spoken to more than a dozen people claiming to be your parents, but they're all liars and fakes.
Aw, gee.
Are you certain?
Yes, sir. None of them knew about the locket. I'm so sorry.
I was sure somebody was going to be my mother and father.
Sir, this has just come by from Special Messenger from the FBI.
Finally, Agent Gunderson out of the FBI was able to locate the manufacturer of the locket. In Utica, New York.
Oh, boy.
Over 90,000 made and sold.
Aw, gee.
And I'm afraid that FBI don't think there's a chance in a million to find the original owner of the locket. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You did your best. Anyway, I guess kids can get along without folks. You didn't turn out so bad.
Grace,
Yes, sir.
do you have those legal papers I asked for the other day?
Right here.
Annie, I want to adopt you.
Adopt me?
Yes or no?
If I can't have my real mother and father, there's no one in the world I'd rather have as a father than you, Mr. Warbucks.
Annie, this isn't going to be an adoption. It's going to be a celebration. You got anyone you would like. So, who would you like?
Well, I like Miss Farrell there, and Mr. Drake, and Miss Pugh, and well, everybody there.
Drake.
Yes, sir?
Tell the staff to get Spiffy done. They're going to be guests at Annie's adoption party.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and the kids.
I'm afraid it'll be past their bedtime, but I'll tell you what. We'll have everyone over at the orphanage for breakfast tomorrow.
And Miss Hannigan, too?
I don't see why not. Annie, I'm the luckiest man in the world.
And I'm the luckiest kid.
Together at last, together forever. We're time and night, they never can sever. I don't need sunshine now to turn my skies to blue. I don't need anything but you.
Yesterday was plain awful.
You can say that again.
Yesterday was plain awful.
But that's
Not now,
that's
that's it.
it.
My floor's a mouse.
I'm richer than Midas, but nothing on earth could ever be Midas. And if tomorrow I'm an apple seller too, I don't need anything,
Anything.
anything. I don't need anything but you.
Excuse us, folks. Sure, look. There's our Annie.
Who are you?
Honey, we're your mom and dad.
Oh, Ralph is the name, Ralph Much. And this here is the wife Shirley.
And you're Annie Mudge.
Annie, Mudge?
We love you, Annie, but we had to leave you behind.
You've seen a great number of people who...
I expect you want proof of who we are. Here's our license and his birth certificate.
Baby girl, named Anne Elizabeth Mudge, born to Ralph and Shirley Mudge, New York, October 28, 1922.
Ralph, look! Annie's wearing the locket.
When we left Annie here at the orphanage, he left half of the silver locket and kept the other half. Yes, it fits perfectly.
Oh, thank God, Ralph, she's our Annie!
Mr. Mudge, what about the money?
Well, we ain't got much, but we'd glad to give you whatever.
You mean you haven't turned down offering a certified check of $50,000 to anyone who can prove that they are Annie's parents?
No, sir. Anyway, we don't want no money.
On the other hand, Ralph, with $50,000, we can afford to bring Annie right up into the country to the little cake farms.
Would you mind if Annie stayed until tomorrow morning? Christmas? Then you got Annie and the check.
Whatever you prefer, sir.
Bye, Annie, love.
till tomorrow morning, honey, and then you'll be spending the rest of your life with us. Oh, pardon me, Blondie. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Well, this is
Wonderful news.
Drake, champion.
Yes, sir.
We must celebrate because I've had the most wonderful news given to me. Annie has found her mother and father. I propose a toast. To Annie Mudge.
To Annie Mudge. Annie!
I've lost her. I've lost Annie.
Sir, I have the strangest feeling I've seen Mr. Mudge before, and he's not who he says he is.
Then I won't give up till I'm certain.
But how?
I'll find a way. I'll go straight to the top, to the President of the United States, even if he's a Democrat.